Since the Korean War in the 1950s, there have been major tensions between North Korea and the USA. Despite many warnings, Kim Jong Un has expanded North Korea's nuclear capabilities more and more. One senior White House official recently said after 20 years, nothing has failed to stop the North Korean nuclear program. He said for 20 years we've had diplomacy and sanctions, but it's done nothing to stop them. The Obama White House even called North Korea every single day, but every day they rejected the call. History was made recently when US President Trump and Kim Jong Un met up. The purpose of the visit was to reduce North Korea's nuclear testing. But since then, that has not worked and they keep shooting missiles over South Korea and Japan. Many foreign policy forecasters now expect Kim Jong Un may be taken out. But what would be the implications of this? Would North Korea turn into a total democracy and a paradise if Kim Jong Un was taken out? Who would be the new leader and how would it be done? Today we're going to look at exactly that. I'm Charlie and today we're going to look at what if Kim Jong Un was assassinated. But before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? It's no secret the US government is looking for an alternative way to deal with North Korea. After all, North Korea has done 6 nuclear tests, most of them in 2016 and 2017. These tests have implemented many sanctions, but Kim Jong Un does not seem to care. These sanctions mainly affect poor people in the country of North Korea, not the wealthy elite. So that's why Washington may be changing their strategy. In 2018, Business Insider reported Kim Jong Un is extremely afraid of assassination, and he was even mocked worldwide for his high levels of security at the summit in Singapore to meet Trump. But would the USA really assassinate a fellow world leader? Before the Cold War, the USA would do this a lot. That was until President Gerald R. Ford. He passed an executive order saying no employee of the United States government should engage in or conspire to engage in political assassination. This law was then solidified by his successor, President Ronald Reagan. But while it is technically illegal, it doesn't mean that you can't overthrow countries. For example, in 2011, the USA helped the people of Libya to assassinate Muammar al-Gaddafi. And also in times of crisis, executive orders can be overwritten. But if the USA or another country assassinated Kim Jong Un, would this solve North Korea's problems? Well, if Kim Jong Un was assassinated, the chances are we would have war with North Korea. They have many nuclear missiles, which could take out Seoul, South Korea, and Tokyo, Japan. It's also thought they may be able to send nuclear missiles to Europe and even the USA. Of course, many North Koreans do live in fear, but they've also been brainwashed to love their leaders. For example, when Kim Jong-il passed away, people were crying in the streets. Now, they were forced to do this, but many genuinely were sad because they see these people as higher beings. Without their supreme leader, they may think life is not worth living. So why not take out the entire world in the process? Many really are loyal to Kim Jong-un, citizens and also in the government, and assassinating him would definitely be an act of war. They'd also be scared for their country, so they would likely take out the US military bases in South Korea. But if Kim Jong-un was assassinated, who would replace him as the leader of North Korea? Kim Jong-un does have a brother, Kim Jong-nam, but he actually assassinated him in Malaysia, so he won't be taking over. Kim Jong-un is rumored to have 3 children. One is a girl named Kim Ju-ae, and the others are a mystery and we don't know how old they are, but they are too young to lead. And this is why many experts say that Kim's sister, Kim Yo-jong, would take over the reins if Kim Jong-un was assassinated. She is said to be as unpredictable as her brother. Whenever Kim Jong-un is sick or wants vacation, she takes over running the country. And many say she is basically his chief of staff, meaning she has incredible power as it is. If anything happened to her brother or her country, she would retaliate with nuclear force. So simply by assassinating Kim Jong-un would not turn North Korea into a democracy. If Kim's sister didn't take over, then the government could collapse entirely. This could send North Korea into a civil war, perhaps between the elite generals of the country and the farm workers and poor citizens. North Korea has incredible instability as it is, and a civil war would be a humanitarian disaster. The North Korean economy is down the toilet. This is partly because of the trade embargoes and sanctions, and also because they dump a lot of money into nuclear weapons, neglecting the people's real needs. Their agriculture is also very stalled, and in the event of a civil war, this would likely come to a total end. This could mean everyone would need to leave North Korea and go to countries with food, for example, South Korea and China. So even though Kim Jong-un is a terrible dictator, he is the one thing keeping North Korea together. If he was taken out, the country could be even worse than it is right now. now. From history, we can learn that foreign intervention is never a good thing. Just look at many countries in the Middle East, for example. You may think taking out a brutal dictator would make all the problems go away. But as has been proven time and time again, that's just not how the world works. It's more nuanced than that. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Vote in the poll in the top right corner. Do you think an assassination of Kim Jong Un would bring good things to North Korea or bad things? If you want some more awesome videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.